Hello everybody and welcome to VDRL Tip Friday, round 9, season 5. We're here live from Sao Paulo tonight, and it is round 9 as I mentioned, out of 11, and the championship fight is, boy is it close. You got F1 Damien, 69 points, but only 1 point behind him, finishing hot, and then 24 points behind him is Radzik as a reserve driver, so he's doing very well as a reserve driver to be fighting for the championship. I will not be expecting him to race today, but you'll never know. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, Aston Martin lead that as well, 22 points ahead of Sauber, and then a further 5 points behind is Racing Bull. So both championship fights are very intense. Then heading into the final 3 races of the season. Joining me in the commentary box, as usual, for Friday, it's Mr. Ned. So how are you doing tonight, mate?
I am doing very well. Yeah. It's sunny, so that's good for qualifying. I hope it gets wet in the race, though.
We did have wet qualifying yesterday on a Thursday, so... but right now, it is dry. So we will see who is racing, as we can see, and how the championship fight will come over. We're just waiting for everyone to ready up. It says session will start in 0 seconds, but we're not here yet. But qualifying's about to get underway then.
Yeah, Radzik's in. We have only Radzik though. F1 Damien is in as well, and finishing Hart is not in his usual kick Sauber car. Where is he?
Where is finishing? Oh, hold up, I'm going through this thingy. He's not racing.
He's not racing?
No.
So that'll bring Radzik into things, especially if Damian or Damien doesn't score particularly well.
Yeah. Well, now qualifying starts, we'll wait to see who is the first driver out on track. 16 drivers then. Limitless back racing, or at least my first time commentating, or not my first time. It's been a while since I've commentated on him. Same thing with Toro. He's back then and terrified as a reserve. I think we might have some new drivers. Daniel, I don't recognize. Sea Monster. That's an absolutely incredible name.
Yeah. I wonder which part of the earth he roams around. I'd like to point out that no one has got out on track. I think this session is about to start in 1 second. I think it's going to reset the clock.
Nope, someone's on outlap. Radzik just got out of it.
Yeah.
Does Radzik know he's fighting for the championship in this? Or does he know? Is he just using this as practice for this Sunday?
He probably doesn't know. I think what you should do is you should make it so that if it is the case where most drivers only do 1, 2, I think you should do it like they have in NASCAR, where you can only declare for 1 series, and if you get points in other series, it just doesn't count for the points for you, and you don't get scored in the championship.
Brazil's also coming out now. There's quite a few drivers out on track. And Daniel, F1 Damien. So F1 Damien's given a real opportunity here to extend his championship lead going into the final round. Then, as finishing hot, it's kind of dropped the ball going into the second half of the season. We'll go through both of these drivers' results probably during a safety car, which we could be expecting around Brazil. There's a couple of walls.
Yeah. Oh, and Radzik spun. He spun on his first lap. He just spun on the entry curve to turn 1, and that's what made him pirouette round, and he just lost the back end and had no way of catching it.
And if I am correct, I think Radzik is Tier Thursday World Champion. So congrats to him. I think so, at least based on yesterday's race. Martin, you can probably correct me there. Anyway, we're on board with, I don't know how to pronounce, Froby. I'm gonna call him Froby. Coming down.
Is that an I?
Extra. Is he in AI mode? No, he isn't.
I was going to say, is that an I in his name rather than an L? Because you said Froby, I said Froball.
I think it is an I.
Okay. As we're coming towards Fedajurda then, and now into Bico de Pato, can he get all over these curves? That's what he's supposed to do at this track. He doesn't get on the inside one there, but he does get on the inside one here. Nicely rotates the car. He has someone in front of him. I don't know who that is. It's one of the Aston Martins.
That is Aston. I would assume it's Ozan, considering he's on the outlap. But he's going to get a nice toe now, coming out of the last proper corner and onto the main straight, which is a long main straight then. But you only get the DRS once you head under the MSC Cruise, as he's got the slipstream now. He's not really tucked up in it though, and it's going to be a 187 fastest, but he is the first man to say a lap time.
Yeah, I watched one of Jarno Otmer's videos earlier on at Brazil, and apparently DRS or slipstream is super powerful around here, like just in general on this game.
And DRS, because they've changed it to the real values, or they've tried to.
Okay, yeah. So, Danny on top of the timesheets then, goes on a 108.2. Don't play zero, I think is next to cross the line. He obviously can't get P0, but can he get close to a position like that? The answer is no, P3, behind Smithy. Louis Baptiste going to the top.
Wow.
A second clear of anyone else.
Wow. I don't think I've seen him ever before in the Alpine. He sounds very French in the French car. C-Monster as well. A 10th ahead of Damien. So we've got some new faces here. Can't wait to see what they will do in the upcoming season. Of course, next season, starting soon. I don't know when it'll start. We'll probably have a 1 week break between the seasons, though. Not too sure. But yeah, only 3 rounds left to go of season 6. Or season... It is season 6, so I'm not being fucking autistic. It's season 5, I am. Season 6 will start in about a month's time, I would say, give or take. Ramos also going P2, so very nicely done from him in the Williams. He's found some pace this last season on this game.
He has. I hate this game. I don't hate the handling. It's just too arcadey for me. That's why I don't play and I just talk about it. But yeah, Louis Baptiste, I remember him, can't remember when, it might have been last week on Sunday. Because I did do here Sunday commentary.
Right, well, we can go through the next season's calendar. So pre-season's on the 6th of September in Bahrain. Then round 1, Austria. Round 2, Silverstone. Round 3, Spa. Round 4, Spain. Then it's round 5, Brazil, where we're at now. And then back to Europe, because we love the climate here in VDRL. For Zandvoort, Monza. Then Qatar, Japan, Mexico is round 10. And then it will be Imola, Abu Dhabi, Hungary, Bahrain, and Portugal as the season finale on the 20th of December. And I think I might try to race that season, actually.
If the person who decided that Portugal needs to be on the calendar, never mind as a finale, needs to be dropped in a vat of acid and never allowed to reproduce, because that's a stupid idea. But yeah, also just like to point out, look how close second to 13th is.
179. 186. Less than a second.
Not just less than a second, less than 3/4 of a second.
Yep, very close then. And Daniel's 111. I hope he made a mistake on that for his own sake.
Yeah, hopefully for him, because I'm not having someone 4 seconds off the pace ruining everyone's life. He is using hot lap ERS when he's on like 10% ERS, so he can't be that bright.
Baba Tunede. So we had Baba Boy, now we've got Baba Tunede. Coming through Jingsao, and he's exit now. My stream has frozen now. I see again as he opens up the DRS. You should hug the inside here. He's using the remainder of his battery. Excuse me, I need to sneeze. Up to P9. Which makes it even closer in the midfield. Look at that. P7 to P12, 13 give or take. 2/10.
Yeah, it's just getting really close. It's a very short track. Not many places you can gain time. Turn 1 is really not... It's difficult, but you can get a lot of time for it. Obviously, turn 2 and 3 are flat. Turn 4, you can't really lose much time for it. Turn 5, the same. It's mainly in the middle sector where you gain and lose time. So that's why we're seeing such close gaps, I think. Who is on lap at the moment?
Rajic is on Taz, or Anderson. Anderson raced at the start of the season. I think in like 2 races he picked up a win and a podium, if I remember correctly. Haven't seen him since then, and now he's back.
Yeah. So yeah, Taz is invalid, but Anderson is on that lap in the Haas. I'm not sure with a name like Anderson if it'd be Danish. and he's in the Haas, which could be mean he's the Kevin Magnussen.
He is Danish.
Perfect. And now coming up to the line, he's got a bit of slipstream from whoever that is in front of him, so that will help him out because of this game.
I think that's. I'm guessing that's Taz. Yeah, it is Taz.
Goes.
P2.
He doesn't improve.
What do you mean? He goes P2 from P17.
Oh, on my screen he didn't improve for a second there, and now he just popped up into second place. That's weird. Yeah, so he's obviously into P2 then, breaking the mold. He was very, well, he's definitely proving what you said about him being very quick. One more joined the session just a second ago. Daniel's now down to a 10-9, but that is walking pace for VDRL stuff. But let me just have a look at something. Oh, he's on a brand new. No, he's on 5-lap-old tyres. I don't think he knows how to drive in racing.
Oh. Might be charging up for another lap. No, never mind. He's not got the fuel for it. Ramos is on a lap, Martin. Shall we go on board with him? One of the JRT drivers from yesterday. He's currently up on his time, but just barely. He will have a mega slipstream though from the Red Bull down the straight. He's absolutely draining the battery. Saved in the final, in the middle sector. Sorry, the Red Bull's trying not to give him a tow. Never mind. He's coming into the pit lane.
Yep. So he's into the pits. Damien isn't now. He's going to stay in P6 at the moment. He's struggling to improve. That's weird for Damien, and he's round again.
Wow, that's the second driver.
Completely.
That's the second driver who spun in that section of corners.
He did it earlier on in the session as well.
Yeah.
Louis Baptiste improving his time. He's now 3/10 player at the top of the timesheets. Louis Baptiste is him. Talhat, obviously a new driver. He's up in P3. I didn't expect that from him. Smithy is improving on his time. He comes up to the line. He goes P3. Takes that 3-3 off of Talhat. And he's spun again. Many drivers spinning is because they're getting slightly on that grass patch on the entry to turn 1. And they're just looping round. Because on old games, you used to understeer. But in this game, it seems that it does the opposite effect, and it causes you to over-rotate the car. That's weird.
Yeah, I know. I've never had oversteered that way through the Senaises, so...
Yeah, it's weird. It's just this game has the consistency and handling of something that doesn't have any consistency in handling. Talhat was 0.02 of a second up on his previous lap time. Wow. As he came through the middle sector, he's going to come up to the line, and he is going to improve, or he's going to try and improve. It's going to be a 400th improvement. Every little helps. In a field this close, that could really help him.
Ounces make kilos.
What do you say?
Don't worry about it. Ice Cream's on his lap, and he is a 10th down, going through Sector 1. But this is where the time is found in Sector 2. It's also where the downforce is needed. Toto's retarded. He's down in P14. That's got to be his worst qualifying session in VDRL ever. But what is that Red Bull doing? Went off into the grass and just parks on the apex, going shopping there.
Yeah, that is Bonbon, I think. It was Bonbon getting in the way.
Jigs is here as well.
We've got the gang back in town.
Nah, we just need Kevin now.
Yeah. Or we need me driving.
No, that's the last thing we need. Do you want to do the season finale? Because I did that as well last season.
I could do. It depends. If the season finale is Monaco, then I might.
It's not Monaco. I don't think VDRL has ever raced around Monaco.
If they did a race around Monaco, I would compete in it.
Mate, they did a race for the 2-year anniversary.
Aww. You should have told me.
Why would I tell you that? Just check the server.
You know me, my schedule is filled with other things. Jix has left.
Oh, fuck off. As soon as I write in the Discord that I'm excited he's here. No, what do you mean? He's still there? Or is that just his AI?
Jix
Maybe he disconnected. Oh, piss off.
Run!
Oh, Bob-Bob's all over the shot, coming through the right hand of that. He's lost a lot of time. I would be surprised if he does not start last. Taz has not set a lap time yet. Invalidated previous two, I think.
And Daniel is still going on those tyres. How old are they? Five laps still.
He's doing race simulation runs.
I don't know what he's playing at.
As VDRL George Russell, here's your shout out. He wanted a shout out. There you go.
Oh, okay, I was confused. Who the fuck is that? Yeah, Bonbon is 3.1 seconds off the pace. He needs to book his ideas up. I think Remus is on a lap. He's coming up to a line. Let's see what the Williams driver can do. Coming up to a line. He is going P3.
And
what are you saying?
And I realized I leaked the calendar as it was not meant to be released. But Martin, you do realize if you go into the VDRL YouTube, which you guys should subscribe to, you can see all the upcoming streams and therefore the calendar. Also, George Russell, Mayverse, yes, hello, and next season most. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, that's it. As the final minutes of qualifying are underway, and right now it's going the way of Luis Baptiste, currently in the pit lane. I doubt he'll go out to set another lap. He's got 4 tenths. Anderson needs to pull something special out the bag. Then again, that 7.5 was his first run.
Yeah. Not you doing your best Tom Holland impression by leaking something that you shouldn't have leaked. Except you're nowhere near as attractive as Tom Holland.
You haven't seen me.
Exactly. But I can gather what you look like. Louis Baptiste has retired just as you said that. He's doing a Sebastian Vettel Singapore 2013 moment.
He stepped out of the car and he's gone for a coffee. Yes.
Yeah.
Tala is on a lap though. P5 currently with an 8.8, improved by 2 tenths, and you're in P3.
Yeah,
sorry, you're in P4. The gap between P3 and P4 is... I'm autistic. What am I saying? Improved by 2 tenths and you're in P3. There we go.
Yeah, improved by just over 1/10 and you're in P3. As Jigs gets a time, gets a 5-second grid penalty for colliding with ice cream. So we're coming through the final sector then with Talha, 0.003 of a second down. If he can just get the run off the last corner, he doesn't have a slipstream in front of him, so that won't help him. Up to the line, what would it be for the Mercedes man? I'm assuming not much of an improvement, if any. Oh, he's 0.004 off of Smithy.
Jig says retired. He's going to do a last to first, as we know of him in previous seasons. Maybe not on this game so much.
Yeah. He was really good in F123, now he's just a bit shit. Kind of like me, really.
I think most people, except controller players, because controller
Limitless is... I'd like to point out, Limitless is 7/10 up on his previous lap time, and his previous lap time was 1.5 seconds. He's going fast.
Limitless is another fast driver from F123. He was fighting for the championship in Season 3, and I think he only lost out due to like a disconnection or front wing damage.
Okay. He does have an Mercedes in front of him, but hopefully they'll get out of the way, because I don't think they'll be able to get to the line in time to start a lap. If they do, they'll be lucky. Unless that is their last lap. 8/10 up now, Limitless. So he could easily be in the run for 3rd place if he wanted to put his foot down in this last sector. Is it going to be a run to the line? He goes P3. I knew it. By 1/1000th of a second to Remus. I knew it. I'm just a genius.
Pit Friday's got really competitive this season, that's what I'm saying. You got new drivers, you got returning drivers, Oh, it's a 7.5. Anderson does not improve. Limitless goes P3, great improvement. Ramos is improving. Yeah, he's gone up to P4. Sea Monsters on a lap as well. McLaren driver's not got a whole lot of battery left for the run up to the line. Still in alt lap. He's got to go into Jinx Sound, the final braking zone of the lap. Accelerate out under the god-awful sponsorship or advertisement of this god-awful game. Open the DRS, and he's already got absolutely no battery to use up to the line. Then it's a 1.78, improved by 0.2, goes up to P5. What can Logic do? We never see him this slow down, and he does go P2.
Yep, so that's his one lap. He's doing Nico Hülkenberg.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, there's no sorry about it. You have to do it when you mention Nico Hülkenberg's name. So yeah, that's your qualifying order sorted then. Daniel needs to pick up the fucking pace, and so does Bonbon and Taz. Well, Taz, I think, is faster than that. We've seen him in previous races. He's just got invalidation a couple of times.
Oh. Well, there you go, qualifying order. Yeah, there's quite a bit of surprises there. Drivers who you expect further down are at the top, and drivers who you expect at the top are further down.
Yeah, I know. This is why we should do reverse grids.
Wait, is it confirmed for F1 or because I've seen some videos about it?
I don't think it is.
Right.
I want them to go to Rwanda because I think it'd be a great.
Well, on pole position, Louis Baptiste, and somehow he's not French, so I'm gonna start calling him Louis and not Louise. Rajic P2, as we've seen so many times this season. Anderson P3, Limitless P4, back up there. Ramos P5, Sea Monster P6, Smithy P7, Talha P8, Don't Play Zero P9, and F1 Damien P10 down the order.
So yeah, we're moving to the race now. Hopefully it'll be wetter than Jello knows what after.
Mate, we got sponsors now. We can't say that. Instead of commentary, I'm disallowing you from saying that.
Okay.
Alright, predictions. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with 3 safety cars. Rajic to win it. F1 Damien P2, and the person who's on pole P3.
I'm gonna go Louis Baptiste with the win, Rajic with second, and someone else in third. I'm gonna go with 1 safety car, and what else am I gonna go with? I'm gonna go with finishing hot, not to get top 10.
He's not even racing.
Not because you get top 10.
It's 5 red lights in Brazil, then the third final race of the season, and it's lights out, and away we go. Louis does not get a good start. Rajic is looking to make the move down the slide, but he chooses to stay behind Anderson, not making a move. Louis on the softs, the most of the grid on the medium, side by side between the Red Bull Limitless and Ramos in the background. I think that is the McLaren's looking to get involved as well, and I think it's 3 abreast in the background.
There he is. Bonbon didn't get away off the start. He's 12 seconds off the back of the pack. There's cars going side by side. Williams of Ramos. He's just gone down the pack. He was sideways coming out of turn 4, out of Veretta Aposta now down towards Ferrajura. Taz is now up to 13th as we move in towards this middle sector section where you can't really send a move unless you're ballsy and brave.
Oh, someone has sent a move. Toto sent a move. Yep, or he's trying it on the outside.
Of ice cream.
Oh, Rashik not getting great drive. Jigs has rejoined now. I think he's joined a bit too late.
Bonbon is out, and he's caused a safety car.
Let's get Jigs in the commentary box.
Oh no.
Safe car numero uno. Oh no, Jigs is racing. Never mind, he is racing.
Yeah. So Talha and Smithy exchanging positions. I doubt, unless anyone has damage, I doubt they'll come into the pit. Sea Monster's in, I don't know why he's in, unless he does have damage.
I think he made contact with Remus, which is why Remus was.
Yep, front wing. He's changing his front wing. He's going on to a set of mediums. He was initially on hards, so I was not very.
Well,
It was on the worst strategy. He was initially on hards. He's now going to mediums.
Wow. Well, I am very glad to say VDRL has now got sponsors. Rogue Energy. Join the server to get 10% off all their products on their website. They energy company, and I think a bit of pre-workout as well. Next up is Miniature Motorsport. Nedzo checked out their website a bit earlier and it seems like they've got everything in the world of motorsports, from figurines to clothes and all of that stuff. And as usual, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the stream. That's greatly appreciated. It just takes you one tick. That is the least you can do for instead of me and Ned so absolutely shouting at our screens tonight and ruining our voices for the rest of the weekend. Join the Discord if you want to get racing. Like I mentioned, next season is not too far away. Also, if you want to get commentating, get stewarding, or get just shouting at each other, that's okay as well. Join the Discord. That is where the trash talking, the shouting at each other in VC, all that good stuff is. Make sure to follow our socials, TikTok and Instagram at VD Racing League or just VDRL.
If you want to do any of the commentary, you actually can't because I do it all and no one is allowed to do anything. As I said during your little thing, Jix is retired. He retired in the safety car.
Yeah.
Just of his own accord, I think. Yeah. I checked out that Motor Madness, whatever it is, website, and they had some model cars, not as old for my liking, but then again, I wouldn't. And I like random teams from the 1990s, not 2016. So it's obviously not for me. As Tal has just gone wide. He's losing positions left, right, and centre. I think he's lag spiking. Yeah, I definitely think Tal has got lag. That's why he's just lost about 6 positions. You still there, Jello?
Yeah, hold up, I'm checking out the website. I need this Jack Daniels shirt.
Which F1 team got sponsored by Jack Daniels?
I don't think they have. They've also got like non-F1 shit.
So that'll be NASCAR.
Oh, it's NASCAR. Yeah, it's NASCAR.
Yeah, Flint Boyer had. Oh, it's fun fact. He was driving the 07 car for Jack Daniels, and there was a race they held on the 7th of July 2007. So 7/7/2007, and he finished 7th place, and he was running in 7th place on the 7th lap, driving the car 07.
Oh, they've also got these track maps.
Oh yeah. Do they have Pescara? The longest lap.
I mean, they got Le Mans, Mugello, Sepang, obviously the F1 calendar. They've got Sochi, they got Phillip Island, Mount Panorama, Road America, Sachsenring, Salzburgring, Lusail, Dubai, Zolder, Isle of Man, Moscow. Like, apparently there's a track there.
Moscow Raceway.
Oh
yeah.
God, how do I pronounce this? Phuket Kohet?
Phuket Raceway.
Yep. Hamptons Downs, Canadian Tire, Daytona, Laguna Seca, Yas Marina, Virginia International Raceway. My first iRacing race was there. Motegi, Charlotte, Indianapolis, Interlagos. Is the safe car in this lap?
I'm not sure if it will be in this lap. It probably should be. Don't tell me. Call me back when they've got the Targa Florio and Pescara on
Watkins Glen, Pikes Peak, Circuit Bugatti.
That's Le Mans, yeah.
Baku, Brands Hatch, Hockenheimring, the old Hockenheimring, Istanbul, Jerez, Kalami, there what?
Chirard, Clermont-Ferrand.
No.
The F1 track they had from 1965 until 1972. The one where Helmut Marko lost his eye.
They don't.
Boring.
Smoke stack.
Smoke what?
Sorry, I was singing a song.
You smoke dick?
No. Mate, there's some sick shit on this, and I'm not just saying because they sponsored us, but I really would recommend it to other people as well if you're looking to deck out your room a bit, as the safe car is in at the end of this lap. Let's go on with Rajic, shall we, Martin? As Ned said, you can take it away.
Yeah, they're building up. Obviously, he got the fuck off long run down the straight, so he wants to wait as long as he can before he goes, because if he goes now, then he'll be screwed. And he'll get slipstreamed and he'll get fisted down into turn 1 by everyone behind. So, Louis Baptiste, just wait until, at least until about now. You can probably go now and get away with it, but he's just coasting. And when is he going to drop the ball, drop the throttle, and drop the gear and go? Yep, that's there, it's there, and he's got quite a few drivers behind. Limitless trying to advance on Anderson, and Smithy up the inside as well. Smithy up the inside into P4, now trying to make a move on P3 for Anderson. But he doesn't make the move stick, and don't play zero. And Damian battling. Remember, Damian's a championship contender, so anyone who battles with him has to have that consideration in mind. As Ozan Izik goes up the inside of don't play zero, but decides to back out of that one in the end. Let's keep an eye on that. Sea Monster coming back from the back of the pack, overtakes Ice Cream, and Toro passes Talhat in that RB.
Hold up, I'm having some technical difficulties with my Discord stream, so if you can continue a bit more.
No problem. Toro is still trying to go around the outside of Remus. What a good overtake that was. And he's now going to go on the inside of Frobble. Well, what will he do going into Albon corner? He won't send it like Hamilton did on Albon, but he will try and go around the outside again on another driver. Going for Magulio, the dive. We'll see what they can do. Close. We're not close enough to make a move in towards Jin Chao as we come up towards the long straight. And now Toro back up the inside of Frobble. He is cutting his way through the pack like a hot knife through butter as we come down towards turn 1.
Alright, my stream has sorted out using one of my favourite quotes there. Zrachik goes down the inside, both of them look out. Louise on the softs, of course. Those softs have only done almost a lap of racing, as we did get the safety car out very early, so they are still very fresh, but the mediums are also very fresh, as now Zrachik is steaming round the outside, and he does get that move done. As now Smithy and Anderson are side by side. The kick Sabaranda there's some ghosting there, which I'm very thankful to see, or else that would have been a monumental crash. There's a shit ton of harvesting going on right now, as Limitless is sitting back with a bucket of popcorn, as I think the Haas deploying a smoke screen technique with the amount of smoke coming from his braking. Don't play zero a bit further behind, but still Rajic ahead of Lewis. Or Louise.
I think that Anderson was playing Mario Kart there, trying to do the oil power up where he was trying to do an oil smoke screen, that kind of thing. But Louis Baptiste is still in the slipstream. He's still there, and he's using the other. What do you say?
Isn't it ink and not oil?
It might be ink. I don't know. Yeah, but Louis Baptiste has made the easy DRS pass, proving why DRS is stupid at some places. As they go in towards turn 1. Limitless close behind. Smithy gives him a little bump. But Limitless now on a 3-second time penalty already. Yeah, that's not going to be good for him.
Yeah. Early warning for Limitless, as he's going to try and make a move on Smithy. No, he decides against it. And that could be the catalyst that he won't get a podium. A Sea Monster looking to go around the outside of Talha. Sea Monster pit it under the safe car for Hards. Ramos, who had an accident with Sea Monster, is also back here with him. As when are we expecting pit stops? I'm assuming people will stretch us a bit, as they see that most positions gained and lost. Most positions gained is Taz up 6. Most positions lost. Ramos 12. He's having a horrid weekend, or horrid afternoon right now.
Yeah, I'd expect to see pit stops coming around like 16, 17, 18, because obviously you want to. It's kind of like Austria, where you can come in anywhere around halfway, but it helps you to stay out longer, as Daniel, I think, has spun in the last sector. The guy who couldn't get even within 3 seconds of the leaders in qualifying was obviously not going to be a threat in the race, but it seems that even then he's a threat to himself. As we come in towards turn 1, Toro moving into the points placings.
Tell you
what?
I think if these guys on mediums have got fresh soft, they can do medium soft. Because think about it. Lap 1.
Also, Louis Baptiste is overtaking Magic.
Lap 1, 5, 6, and 7, and now 8 are the only times we've been racing. That's 5 laps, including this one. And usually they can go, what, like 20 laps? So you only need to take them to, I want to say, lap 22, 23 to be able to strap on the softs.
Yep, that sounds pretty fair. Talha overtakes Taz for P11. And they're fighting with a pair of them. Bargy in towards Albon corner, and now Taz is properly all over the back of him. That's a very interesting approach. Taz has completely checks up and gets hit on the back by Frobble, and gets hit to the back by Sea Monster.
He's out.
He's out. Taz is out.
I think he could have avoided that, to be completely honest. It kind of looked like
He checked about the exit of the previous corner, and no one else really predicted it. Damian's into the pits. Championship leader into the pits.
Yep, he was on the soft, so this safe car is bang on perfect for him, pretty much.
Yeah, obviously you can go to hards now, or onto mediums, and then go another set of mediums towards the end. Remus gets a 10 second lap getting in the pit lane.
Oh, the guys are almost hitting the safe car because they did not see it. Anderson had to swear that out the way. This is also perfect for Luis. The guys on mediums are kind of being screwed by this now. I mean, yes, they can go hards to the end, but that means that they won't have a tire advantage in terms of tire wear.
Yeah. So obviously Remus can come back in and serve that penalty and just get back out on another set of mediums. As he comes out and he hits the wall on the exit of the pit lane, he doesn't look to be very comfortable with that car. Obviously, we're here at Sao Paulo. If I can just do a cheeky plug, this is the place of where Nikita Mazepin got one of his best drives in F1 in his short F1 career.
Well,
I actually did a video on Nikita Mazepin that came out today at 12 o'clock. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yep, Luis in as we expected on the softs, going on to the mediums. Safe car is
stay out.
Why is the safe car waiting so far long? Usually it waits like down this straight right here.
This is F124. This doesn't have common sense.
Ah, right, of course. So according to F124, these cars are slower than the F2 cars in the game.
Bruh. Yeah, Rajic obviously and Toro decided to stay out, so they're going to be the guys leading the field. And so did Sea Monster on the hard tires. I mean, if he's as far back as Sea Monster was, you may as well have just had a go for it, which is fair enough. Obviously, he's got this pace, so maybe this is a tactic for him to just try and gain track position and try and keep it. But yeah, we're on lap 10 here. Another safety car will mean that tyre wear isn't really a concern for most people. Obviously, they've altered their strategies a little bit, but it shouldn't be a concern either way. We shouldn't see too many long runs and long stints.
So would you like to give us, you probably know a couple of facts about Interlagos?
So, the track hosted its first F1 race in 1972, but it was a non-championship race. It then hosted a race in 1973, which did count for the championship, and it was won by Emerson Fittipaldi, obviously, Brazilian driver. It stayed on the calendar until 1980, but it needed to go through some renovation because of safety and because the original track layout looks nothing like this. Originally, Turn 1, which is in the same place it is now, was a flat-out corner, and it rejoined where about Turn 3 is. And it used to go further past Turn 4, turn back on itself, do a few hairpins where the modern-day infielders were like between Turn 4 and the Turn 1, like in the little gaps. And then they went into the second sector and the third sector, and it was a lot more twisty, and it was like 2-minute 20 lap times. But they decided to shorten it after 1980. They went to Yacarapagua, which was another circuit in Rio de Janeiro, because Nelson Piquet was popular, and he was from Rio de Janeiro. Then once Senna became popular, I think 1990 was the first race to help back it Interlagos. Obviously, he had his legendary win there in 91, where he had only sixth gear for the last part of the race. Hosted a couple of good races since then. Obviously, it's hosted about 6 or 7 season finales. The most famous one, obviously, being, I think I'd say 2012. The first ever season finale I watched in F1 where Vettel won the title. Interlagos has become a fan favourite. It's been the main face of the Brazilian Grand Prix since Yacarapagua got knocked down for the He got knocked down in 2012 ahead of the 2016 Rio Olympics because they're building some of the shit where it was. So a bit of F1 history got knocked down for a bit of Olympics history, I suppose.
Yeah, lovely. Oh, that's a very late call.
Yeah, Remus has just called, so that's why he got called in. He's not done what I can't remember who it was last week who waited for the safety car or tried to wait for the safety car. But when is Rajic gonna go? Let's see. Let's wait and let's go. Toro doesn't get the best start. No one really gets a jump on anyone, to be honest. It's going to be single file going into turn 1. But let's see if anyone catches that outside grass and goes wide. I don't think we're going to see anyone do that just yet. But Linellis is passing Smithy, or trying to do so. There's debris off in the background. I saw a piece of someone's front wing come off. Not sure who that was who's lost a piece of their front wing there. But I did see it fly off in the background. As I see an Aston Martin pulling alongside that. Maybe Damian there. It wasn't Damian. I think it was his teammate. Don't play zero trying to pass Talha. And the Mercedes of Babatunde trying to get past Smithy. So 2x2 going into Ferragina. That's never going to work. Yep, Talha tries to pass his teammate, but gets shut out by Babatunde. And there's action further ahead because Sea Monster and Louis Baptiste are battling. Louis Baptiste in the Alpine on the inside is going to maintain his position for now. But they've not managed to get past. They've managed to get past Sea Monster, but they haven't managed to get past Rajic and Toro just yet. Rajic and Toro obviously on those older tyres. The ice cream has gone round, so Smithy has gone round. Smithy has spun it, and he's back down at the back of the pack, completely in last place. As the track gets cloudier, we could be starting to see rain later on as Frobel and Daniel exchange positions. Louis Baptiste now right on the back of Toro for second place. Can he go the inside? Can he claim the position? Can he get in front? Oh, on the inside, he's still there. Can he get it around the outside? No, he doesn't. He's going to get the undercut, the switchback, and the under and over coming up towards, down the Retroposta, towards the Ski de Lago. Up towards turn 4 we come now. To the inside, to the outside, back to the inside. Goes there, he's going to get squeezed down. No, he doesn't, and he's got Toro still there. Toro is fighting hammer and tooth for a position on all tyres, and he's kept it. Further behind, we've got Sea Monster and Anderson, but Anderson gets past in the end. Anderson's going to get caught in his bottleneck behind Toro as well. This is going to be entertaining watching these guys trying to get past Toro and Rajic.
Yep, chaotic restart there then. We're just now halfway through and it's already chaotic then side by side between Ice Cream and Ozan. Ice Cream's going to try to go round the outside in Albon corner, but he gets shown the gearbox of the Aston Martin and needs to rethink where he can get past. Probably down into turn 1 as Ramos is just watching on now. Ice Cream sends it at Chung Sao. You don't usually overtake there.
Yep, I'm just trying to see if the leaders are going to do anything. Not just yet, actually, no. Toro trying to make the move on Rajic. Toro to the lead. VRB is up to the top of the timesheets. And now Anderson past Damian. This reminds me of when Nico Hülkenberg, who we were discussing earlier on, got to the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix 12 years ago. But now, Rajic to the inside. Louis Baptiste trying to go to the inside of him. It's going to be free wide into turn 4. Surely not. Louis Baptiste squeezing his way through, pushing the other two wide. He's pushed Rajic wide there. That's not the fairest move in the world, in my opinion. I think he should be looking to get that position back as Rajic to the outside, round the outside. Can he keep it stick? Can he make it stick? Round the outside of Ferragina. He's done it. What a fantastic send from the Williams man there. Fantastic move on old tyres. That reminded me of Nigel Mansell in Mexico in 1990 when he sent it around the Peraltada, got past Gerhard Berger. That was fantastic.
Absolutely, that was a brilliant move, and that move's probably going to be an overtake of the week as now Luis is going to be trying and lining up the race. There's already pit, but he gets a massive snap of overstay coming out of the final corner as F1 Damien will be catching up now. He's also already pit, and he got a great run out of the corner, but Toro got a great run as well. I think we might see a double overtake as to the inside goes F1 Damien, triple overtake going into turn 1. Everyone seems to have forgotten about Aston Martin.
Yeah, you remember what he said that we were going to see what's it called, Rajic on overtake of the week? I think he's going to be displaced by that. He's gone from 4th to 1st. Damian in literally less than 100 metres. The top 6 are in a gaggle of cars. Like literally, Toro in 6th is literally about 2 car lengths behind Damien, maybe 3 car lengths. This is like Talladega, peak Talladega in NASCAR. They're bumping and barging each other. This is not going to end well if someone doesn't decide to back out of this. They're all 2x2x2. This is crazy racing. This is something I expect at Monza. Never mind at Sao Paulo through the middle sector. Louis Baptiste up the inside. They're all together, yellow flags in sector 2. I think that's Smithy off in the background, or Toro potentially, because Toro's dropping down the field.
Wow, Toro, who was leading for, I think, a sector, or maybe just a couple. Yeah, he's got front wing. He's got no front wing.
So that does make the gap for the leaders a bit less close. It's Anderson to the inside of Louis Baptiste. Louis Baptiste trying to duck him to the inside. He's trying to push him below the double yellow line, as it were. And now Sea Monster to the inside of Louis Baptiste, and Damian overtaking Rajic, back overtaking Damian. This is so crazy. What is going on? Toro gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And Anderson to the inside of Damian. Damian is going to try and get past Rajic. We could see another free wide moment here in towards turn 4. Anderson's going to hold back as Damian's to the inside of Rajic. He's going to have the better tyres, but Rajic has proved that you don't need the better tyres to make the moves here as he keeps to the lead. He is holding them back. He's got the choo-choo train and he's going, everyone line up behind me. I will hold you up and ruin your race. From first down to 8th. They are just line astern. Sea Monster bumping and barging.
Oh, they're 3 abreast. 3 abreast for a split second there. Tala tried the switchback left to right there. As now he's sending, I cannot tell what's going on based on the amount of locking up into the right hander then. As they're all pretty much snailing about. As everyone's caught up to the leaders because they were battling so much.
Yeah, because Rajic is just holding him up at the front. He's getting a good exit off of the final corner, which is all he needs to do. That's all you need to do to really get a good moment in this race, is to get it to keep it the lead. But he's going to struggle to keep it into turn 1. I'd go to the inside if I was him. He has done, but I think he's going to have to need a miracle to keep first. He might even lose second here to Anderson, who's trying to send it around the outside. Doesn't do it, but he will have DRS, I think, for the second straight here. Rajic, he will. Let's see if the Williams man can get another position. No overtake deploy, actually. They're hot lap and overtake deployed for both of the drivers. But I think Damian's going to finally keep this position, I think, as Anderson at the inside of Rajic. So more position loss potentially for the Williams driver. It could be all falling apart after he kept in the lead for so long. He's going to try and keep this position. He's fighting tooth and nail for all of his positions. You've got to commend it for him. But I have a feeling he's going to lose this position eventually because he's not as quick as Anderson now. Those mediums are starting to finally fall off as he aggressively gets on the throttle. Not enough to stop them from going through as Smithy spins at turn 1. Smithy's had a torrid race so far. He's not been able to keep that car under control as Louis Baptiste. Louis Baptiste is off. Louis Baptiste, yeah. Our potential race winner, is off. What happened to him?
I think there was some contact. I don't remember with you. I think it might be Rajic. Just got squeezed down. Then the classic side pod glitch. It seems like.
Yeah, that side pod glitch has been around for about as long as I've been alive. I think I remember it being on F1 2013. Never mind F1 24. Jesus Christ, that's a throwback. A side pod glitch. People talking about that in league racing. Anderson now right behind Damian. I think get another overtake potentially into turn 4. So much opportunities with the DRS, with the ERS. Can he get the slipstream? No, not enough, just about. But it's getting cloudy. Potential for rain around Sao Paulo. It's not like Sao Paulo isn't probably one of the most famous races for having interchangeable weather conditions. I think we could see some rain here, and that could spice it up even more. But I like what we've got going on right now. As Toro sets the fastest lap of the race on brand new soft tyres. That just shows you how much the leaders are backing up in towards the rest of the pack. It's like it's like when you're trying to fuel save at Daytona. Everyone is just in a line trying to get slipstream off of each other so that they can save even more fuel.
Yeah, and it's really overcasted now. And was that a speck of rain or was that just a bit of dirt onto the screen? I think it was just a bit of dirt. But
maybe there was a bit of sweat from George Russell's brow coming up towards the main, straight and in towards turn 1. I think Anderson's got this side by side with Damien, but he gets the move eventually, and that's Anderson taking the lead. So I think that could be our 3rd or 4th leader of the race.
At least something like that. Definitely Rajic's not too far behind, but he still needs to pit. I think he's holding out for a safety car.
Yeah, or just trying to get those tyres as long as possible, because he knows if he stays within these leaders, he's not going to lose any time. He might lose track position, but he's not losing much time by staying around these leaders. Babatunde overtakes don't place 0, but at the moment Rajic is quick enough to keep with them. He's just not quick enough to overtake them or keep them behind. So he may as well just stay where he is and just hope for something to happen. Because if he pits now, he's going to lose out because everyone else is going to get a slipstream while he can't get it. And he is now catching up to Damien, to be fair, so he's definitely quick enough. Smithy gets a 10-second, yeah, he's out. He's time to retire in the pits. He's had enough. I mean, I'd have probably had enough if I was him as well. So that's another retirement, the 4th of the race, along with Jix, Taz and Bombo. DRS open for many drivers. Actually, for the top 8, all have DRS on each other, as now Rajic is getting pressured by Limitless. But Rajic himself could pressure Damian here into turn 1 if he plays his cards right. He is playing his cards right. To the inside he goes. And he gets squeezed about as far down as he'd want to push someone, as Remus gets a 10-second time penalty as well for speeding in the pit lane. No overtake there for Rajic, but he's still going to try and send it. But now Limitless is at the inside of Rajic in towards turn 4. Trying to go for the podium contact. gets squeezed a bit too far. I think I think Magic was a bit too rough with him there.
Carlos also getting involved now. He backs out of it. Smartest thing to do is they're side by side through the double right hander. Who's gonna be lost on the brakes? Says my stream has lagged. You gotta continue.
Yep. Limitless still to be inside. They're side by side. They're being very generous with each other. If I was Rajic, I'd probably already forced Limitless onto the grass by this point because I'm just a menace when it comes to side-by-side racing. Talha now getting involved with Limitless, bonking each other on the side. Probably shouldn't have used those words interchangeably and in conjunction. But yeah, Limitless now has Sea Monster behind him as Talha falls to P6. Potentially fighting for the podium. He's now down into P6. That just happens. That's what happens when you're in these slipstream battles and you get slightly put off guard. Limitless now being overtaken by Sea Monster. Anderson being overtaken by Damian. Another change for the lead then, as now battles all the way from first down to 8th, down to potentially even 12th, because Babatunde is in the pits because he's lost positions. And he's got a new front wing coming in. Anderson also up the inside. Anderson going back up the inside of Damian, so that's another position change for the lead. This could be potentially the most lead changes in a VDRL race ever, apart from maybe the Monza race we had a couple of weeks ago. So that just proves how competitive this season has been. Lap 21 off 36 then, here in Brazil. We still have 15 to go, and I'm not sure when these guys are going to come in for soft tyres. But when they do, I assume they'll be coming in line astern, because you don't want to lose track positioning. You want to be in the slipstream with everyone, and you want to stay all in the same pack. I assume one guy might try and get an undercut. Someone like Rajic might try and get an undercut, because if he can, then it will mean that he's on better tyres for longer.
I don't think we will get any rain, as it seems like the sun is now peeling through the clouds, and Rajic, he needs a safe car now in these final laps, and everyone will peel in for softs, but he needs to pit. It's either now to pit for softs, or you're committing to praying for a safety car.
Yeah, pretty much. And now Rajic is, I thought he was closing in on there on Anderson, but you look, Rajic is not the fastest guy, but he's not even anywhere near the fastest guy in this train. He won't, because he's on 21 lap old mediums. Because there's so much fighting going on, he can just cruise backwards. Lima sets the fastest lap on mediums. That just proves to you how fast I don't think I've seen a fastest lap come from anyone that isn't inside the top. That is inside the top 10. That just shows you how much tyres play into this. The fact that someone hasn't already gone for an undercut surprises me. If I was someone like Sea Monster, someone at the back of this lead pack, I would go for softs. Because although yes, you'll lose out on the slipstream, softs would be so much quicker than 12 lap old hards and 21 lap old mediums.
Yeah, he's already pit though, so I don't think he will commit to it. It might actually be the right call, but you're going to be stuck between the likes of Toro and... Okay, probably not Daniel, but you get the point. Now Anderson and F1 Damien fighting away. F1 Damien gave him the fat old squeeze on the main straight, but Anderson's got the lead going into the Senna SS.
Yep, but Damian will sit behind, and he'll be looking to make a move, if not into turn 4, further around the lap, because yeah, you just don't need to go from into turn 4 if you don't need to. But yeah, lap 23 now. I'll have to compile this race and Monza and see which one had more overtakes. I have a feeling it might be this one, to be fair. As Renuma sets fastest lap again, so he set fastest lap 2 laps in a row. Babatunde into the pits, onto new mediums.
Yep. Limitless, with this train, his 3-second time penalty is not looking too good.
Yep. I'll tell you what I will do now.
He in pit lane.
Okay.
I thought
Anderson has 1 track limits warning. Damien also has 1. Rajic has 1. Limitless has 2. Sorry, not 2. Yeah, these are his penalties. Talha has 2. Sea Monster has 1. No, he doesn't. He has 2. Yeah. So there's quite a few guys who have 1 or 2 warnings. So not all of them are safe. With 13 laps to go. I was in before you said that Rajic obviously had to pit. I thought that everyone had to pit. But obviously, if the leaders can
ice cream's out. Oh wait, he's retired in the pit lane as well.
So quite a few drivers retiring in the pit lane.
Yeah, everyone except Daniel, who's just young right now. He will be P13 next time round once he overtakes his teammate.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Just we've got a bit of a break as my stream has started to get a bit better. Still Anderson and F1 Damien are leading away. Rajik, though, he's praying that a safe car comes out. He needs someone to just have a whoopsie. I don't know, like coming out of turn 2 into turn 3 maybe, but now look at the grip difference. Limitless going steaming around the outside, then he might even get the better eggs as he can get his car straightened up. Rajik with a big snap of overstep, both of them training the battery now, and it's going to be a drag race. Both of them will have DRS as well down the main straight. Limitless with a 3-second. Rajik still needs to box though, and I think Limitless has got that move done and dusted going into turn 1 as Rajik does pit.
Yeah.
Now, next lap a safe car is going to come out.
Yeah. Now conveniently, Remus is going to spin it round.
No, I've got a gearbox issue.
Oh no, there's no turn 18 here actually, so you can't do what Nelson Piquet did at Singapore.
Oh, boring.
And Rajik comes out of the pits in P9, potentially P10. Actually, he could come out behind his teammate here. Surely Remus won't overtake him though, knowing that he's on so much fresher tyres.
Well, Rajik is a reserve. I'm not sure about Remus. He might be reserve as well.
Yep. Rajik might be in 9th place, but he's only how many seconds off the lead? He's only 21 seconds off the lead. Okay then. He just needs to get 2 seconds a lap if he wants to win this race, and he needs to get past everyone.
Which will be a mountain and a half to climb though with this DRS trend.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Louis Baptiste's overtaken Sea Monster. Sea Monster's dropped back. He's on really old hards.
Yeah, his hards are not healthy at all.
Rajik will catch, don't get me wrong, he will catch. But if it'll be enough, I don't know. As Ozana overtakes Frobble for the minor points positions. Sea Monster gets a 3-second time penalty. That's him out of the battle for the win.
I think this will be between F1 Damien and Anderson. Maybe even Louis, but I doubt it.
I wish they had an option to see what people's last lap were just by scrolling through the things. So I don't have to go into race director. Because the leaders at the moment are running, what are they running? Around about the... I want to see what Rajik's first lap is on those new softs. I'm assuming it'll be a lot faster than that. But yeah.
Oof. As it's, I think with Rajik boxing, there's a gap, or just Sea Monster struggling now. It's gone from the top 10 or so being together to only the top 5.
Yep. So Rajik is gaining he's gaining so much on everyone. He is burning through. I assume he's trying to get fastest lap as well, but he's gained a ton on this lap. Sea Monster gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Why is everyone getting speeding penalties? It's 10 seconds as well rather than 5 seconds. I'm not sure if that's a change for this game.
I think it depends on how quick you enter, because I've seen 3 seconds as well.
1 minute 9.2 for Rajik. What
Wow,
was the
that is quicker than some quali times.
Yeah. So he is 1.8 seconds a lap clip. That's not going to be enough to catch up to the leaders unless they stop properly falling off in terms of lap time. But so will Rajik. Rajik will also fall off in terms of lap times.
Well, our predictions were 1 safe. How many safe cars have we had? 3? I think so.
3 or 4, yeah.
Okay, well, my top 3 prediction is so far off.
Yeah. But then again, any one of these top 5 could win if there's like an accident or something. Anderson to the inside of Damian.
Yep, they're just swapping now.
Again. I think they might swap into turn 4 as well.
Yep. I think both of them realize that Louis is not too far off.
Yeah.
Man, lap 18 to 26 were chaotic, and now it's calmed down because the guys who haven't pit yet, who are pretty much the bottleneck, have pit now.
Yeah. I don't know what the hard tyres will be on in terms of percentage at this point, but it can't be good. It'll be about 40%, I assume. Which is why Rajic is gaining so much. That gap that is coming down by the corner. 14 seconds now. It was what 2021 when he came out of the pits. Another change for the lead. Genuinely, if I have the time after this race, I'll go back through and I'll check how many overtakes there were.
Surely at least 100.
Oh yeah, definitely. As Ozan passes Frobel for P6. Sea Monster passes Remus for P9. Damian, I think, is starting to back up the guys behind because Limitless is properly going slowly behind him. Has been bumping him the past like bit of a lap.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. The top 7 tires 20 lap old. Rajic's. Oh, never mind. I thought Rajic's right with him, not seeing the 9-second gap between Tala and Ozan.
Yeah. And also, Damian is out of DRS. Damian is out of DRS to Anderson. Limitless goes past. So he'll get DRS for the second straight. But that's Damian down to P4 because Louis Baptiste goes through. He's trying to keep it on the inside and he doesn't. So that's P2, possibly even P5 by the end of this straight because Talhaz's there. Frobel and Ozan also, they're battling for their own position. But Damian was second, is now P4 at the end of just one straight after.
The championship leader.
If you're finishing Hart or Rajic, that's music to your ears.
Indeed, but P4, I mean, he will still extend his gap as long as he does not get a DNF. Should be A-OK.
Yep. Rajic, I think, is trying to get into DRS before the end of the lap of Ozan, and I think he's got it. Even now, he's got it 9/10. And he should be able to breeze past these two. So watch out for an overtake there. Watch out for an overtake on Talha on Damian. Because Damian's out of DRS to the cars in front. He's completely lost any modicum of pace he may have had before. I don't know what's happened to him. Down to P5. Damian has no response to Talha. Rajic, though, does have a response to Ozan. Damian's teammate. He's going to go to the inside.
Oh, he's going to go back to those 0%. He needs to go to none for these hard braking zones. And ideally, he'll get Froby on this next straight.
Yep, that's what he needs to do. Otherwise, he's going to have to get it done out of turn 4 up towards Ferragura. He can't do it. I think Froby's aware to the threat. He's got tons of ERS. And he is burning it. That's a big problem for Rajic.
Yeah, because he'll have to sit behind for the
Oh my god! He wasn't even in contention before Ferragura. He's just gone straight to the inside like he's not even there.
Wow.
He just pulled his trousers down.
Oh, napping.
Yep.
As the battle for the lead resumes, everyone is caught DRS. When will Rajic catch up? Lap 31 out of 36.
He won't catch up. Not before the end of the race. He'd need, well, he won't get overtakes anyway. He'd need literally like 1.5 seconds per lap every single lap. And those tyres will not be as good as they were at the start of the stint. Admittedly, the hards are getting bad, worse and worse, but it won't be enough, I don't think. Louis Baptiste into the lead.
Yep, so the pole sitter back up there after spinning just past halfway through, I think. What was it, like lap 16, something like that?
I didn't see it. Did he spin?
Or he definitely got pushed off track or something.
Okay.
Well, Rajic then gaps 7.8. I don't think he'll catch up.
Yeah, he won't. Unless it's a late safety car. Yellow flag is in sector 2.
Oh,
Daniel's going slowly. Oh,
but he's going again.
Yeah. Rajic is gaining 1.3 seconds per lap on Damian. It's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. Nowhere near enough. Oh, down the inside goes Tala on Limitless out of nowhere. And crucially, Limitless has got a 3-second gap to Damien now.
He does. Or it's near 3 seconds, or it's at 2.8 now, so that could easily change. But yeah, I don't know how these leaders are on these old tyres and they aren't like just falling off the cliff. Rimas has a 3-second time penalty. I think this is going to
going on to 34. I think this will come down to like the final lap of second to last one.
Potentially, yeah. I think it's more about. I think it'd be more symbolic if Rajic can overtake Damian because he's a championship rival.
Yeah.
Daniel gets a 3-second time penalty, but he's not in it. Anderson backclass Le Baptiste. Le Baptiste and Anderson both have a lot of ERS, by the way. So does Limitless.
Yeah, I think they're saving it for the final lap.
Yep. They need to make sure they don't like waste some, because obviously you can only deploy a certain amount on the last lap.
Yeah.
And Anderson is properly holding these two up. Le Baptiste had to lift off there to make sure he didn't crash into the back of him. Yeah, Le Baptiste is on 100% ERS. He's starting to use some of it now. And now the inside goes Le Baptiste.
Yep.
What's the lead?
On purpose. Do you want to leave though, going on to the final lap?
He's not going to final lap though.
Yeah, I know, but like going on to it.
It depends. If you know you can keep the car behind, then obviously you want to be there. But if not, then not. As now, if Anderson he first position, and Tal has close behind. This could be very close. Rajic is definitely not catching up to Damian. It's only gone down to 3.8 seconds. He needs to get 2 seconds on both of these laps, and he's already halfway around one of them. Possible to see him get into 5th place.
No, but Damien, yeah, he's trucked off massively. I guess once you're out of DRS, you just can't compete, and he didn't have the wings in the middle sector. I'm very confused about that, but
yep,
it's looking good for Luis. He's got a 7/10 gap, and I think he's got this, unless Anderson has got an absolutely insane amount of straight line speed.
He does. It's nearly 20 miles an hour he's got on him, but he's backed out into turn 1. Will he regret that, or will he try and make a move into turn 4? Because Le Baptiste has a lot of ERS still. Who's going to get the better run? It's going to be Le Baptiste who gets the better run off of turn 3 in towards turn 4. Sea Monster overtakes Ozan, but we don't care about that. Right, it'll be down to the run to the line then, because both of them have not much ERS. Le Baptiste does slightly more, so he can get away with it, and there is a lapped car, but hopefully they can get out of the way. It is Daniel, I think. Gets out of the way. Yellow flags in sector 2, because I think that's just Damian slowing down. We're on the last lap here in Sao Paulo. Talaha actually has the most DRS out of anyone in this. Oh no, he doesn't. Oh yeah, he does. Talaha actually has the most DRS out of anyone here, so watch out for him in case he gets a good run up to the line. But Anderson hasn't had the best middle sector. He may have improved on his previous best, but it's not enough. He's 6 tenths down. He's not going to get it done. He should have gone for the move into turn 1, but he didn't. It's going to be Le Baptiste, I think, who claims this. It is Le Baptiste across the line to take P1 here in Sao Paulo.
Oh wow, the pole sitter comes back then. Anderson P2, Tala P3, Limitless, P4, F1 Damien dropping back quite a bit. Rajic missing out by 1.3 seconds in the end.
Because of that pit stop. Sea Monster with his 10-second gets dropped back all the way back down to P10.
Oh.
So Ozon takes P7, Frobble P8, Don't Blazer P9, as we said, Sea Monster P10. Remus 11th, Toto still hasn't completed his final lap, and Daniel, debutant, he's not quick enough, let's be honest. Daniel. But yeah, I think Toto's coming up to the line now. He's coming in the pits, why not? So, as we move on towards the podium, we see our victors at the end of the day. Louis Baptiste takes the win here in Sao Paulo. Anderson takes second place on his return to VDRL Racing. And the third place man, as we wait for him to come onto the screen, is the Mercedes. And I've forgotten what his name is.
Limitless.
What, yeah. Wasn't he in Red Bull?
Or it might be Tala. I don't know. I'm used to Limitless being in a Mercedes.
Yeah, Tala, it is Tala, yeah. Louis Baptiste then takes P1, followed by, as we said, by Anderson, by Talha. Limitless is in P4, followed by F1 Damian, our championship leader, who retains his championship lead going into the last 2 rounds of the season. Rajic takes P6 after being screwed over by a screwy strategy with fastest lap, while Ozan takes P7. Frobble P8, Don't Play 0 P9, and Sea Monster with all his penalties takes home P10. Remus for the first of the drives finishing outside the points in P11, and Toto and Daniel round out the finishes. The retirees were Ice Cream, Smithy, someone, and someone else.
Well, now it's time for interviews then. As the interviews will get started not too long now. The top 3 will be as usual. So can't wait to see them in the commentary box. Or not. Interview room then. Well, that was a chaotic race, wasn't it, Ned? So just like Monza, the final laps of it, at least.
Yeah, very close racing, and it was interesting to see how you guys worked with a slipstream and having like 5 wide packs and stuff. It was nuts.
Just waiting for the third and final guy to join the call. Anderson won't join. Okay. Well, do you want to start out, Nedso, with Tala?
I can do. How was the race from your perspective then, mate? Yeah, that ended up finishing P3 in the end. You weren't really in the fight for the overall lead. You were in second a couple of times, but how was it from your perspective?
Yeah, it was a decent race. I boxed at lap 8 under the safety car on a set of hards. And yeah, kept it clean throughout and a solid P3 finish, and I'm happy with that.
So you're happy with that? Do you think you could have got anything more from that race?
Honestly, in this game, when you're in a DRS, when there are 3 or 4 cars in the DRS, it's really hard to overtake. So yeah, I could win or I could got P2 or P3, you know. It's in if and then, so yeah, P3, a podium is fine.
I'm trying to think of a third question to ask you. Jelly, do you have anything that you can think of?
No, not really. Of course, you're on a streak of like top 5, maybe even top 7, top 5 finishes, something like that. You're a very consistent driver. I'll give you that. Do you think come the end of the season, maybe you can squeeze out a race win in the last 2 races?
I mean, I hope so because the grid is quite competitive. We have a lot of fast drivers here, but I would really like a win.
Well, congratulations on your podium. More to come, that's for sure. Now, going on to our race winner then, Louis Baptiste. What a race on pole, pitting a lap 9, got like half spin or something like that, and then coming back to win. I mean, you had the entire lot of action.
Yeah. It was a very eventful race. Like the middle of the race, there was like lots. I think it was 8-car battle. We were going like 4 wide into some corners, so it was hard to like place your car in the perfect position. And then I got forced off a bit by Rajic just onto the grass, just enough to spin my car around, and then I was just tried to have my head down and just catch back up to the pack. I'm shaking from the win. It was really competitive, but yeah. And then I had another half spin when I caught back up. So then I fell 2.5 seconds behind and had to catch up again. So yeah, I knew I had the pace from quali, so it was just like hard work the whole race, just trying to catch back up. And yeah, in the final few laps, I just managed to take it.
Right, yeah, and you did get that gap. Once you got the lead, the gap was 7/10, and after that, you just trained your battery on the final lap, not letting Anderson anywhere near. I'm not sure if Nedzo has got a final question for you.
No.
That's okay. Well, congratulations on your race win, and thank you everyone for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow for Tier Saturday. Yeah, only 2 rounds left in Tier Friday. Then who's going to take the championship? Is it going to be Finishing Hart or Damien? Right now, it's looking like Damien. Join us next week for the